Tulare Street and Fulton Street are both scramble crosses, so you'll be able to cross the street either direction or diagonally. So it's another way that you can make it friendlier for pedestrians. You don't have to cross two streets, you just cut across. Got the train going. You'll be able to cut across as a pedestrian stop.
Are we saying that?
I didn't mention earlier the trees. The trees were another very high. The trees were another priority from the community, so we tried to save as many of the existing mature trees as we could, but a lot of them were out into the street area. You can see a few of the Chinese elms there. You can see more of them over here. But one of the things that happened over the last 50 years is there's a lot more knowledge about what kinds of trees fit into an urban environment. So we have new kinds of trees that will complement the downtown environment much better. So, and we end up with more trees in the new design than we had originally. But we won't allow it to get quite as overgrown and as dark looking. One of the comments even from a lot of us that really appreciate the trees is that when they were taken down, we started having the ability to see the buildings and seeing down the mall, so you could get a better sense of distance. So really, trees are an important part of the landscape, but it's also a feature that you want to do really well and not just plant a zillion of them and have whatever kind is available, and they can work against you too. So finding that balance, planting trees that will still allow you to see the signage, and they'll lose their leaves in the winter, so we get more light in the winter time here, and finding those balance points. So we're walking on to the middle block, the middle two blocks, which is where the last construction is happening. So that's really the more of a construction zone. We've got the Bank of Italy building here. No firm plans for that renovation yet. In revitalization, we tend to focus on the big buildings, but really where it happens more quickly is in the 1- and 2-story buildings that you see in between. You know, this building is going to cost, say, $20 million to renovate, and it's going to be hard to get that done because you have to have it pre-leased to be able to get the loan to do that work. So that's a very big project. However, if you think about the 1- and 2-story buildings, a lot less money to get them going. A lot of them have been in use for a long time, and we can get those smaller buildings populated with the restaurants and coffee shops and bars and bistros to get that foot traffic going again. And as that market develops and the economy starts to grow, then it becomes easier to get tenants to fill up the bigger buildings. So we usually want these to go first, and they end up being the second or third wave of investment, not the first wave. Los Ponchos is another kind of a flagship project for us. They're going through the process of opening up the Fulton side of their restaurant with a new door, a new facade on the Fulton side, and the process for outdoor dining. So we're pushing to get that done by October 21st so that people will be able to come down here and see what it is that we're trying to do. So you can sit out there and get some really good local fresh made food and a taro margarita and sit out here and enjoy our downtown. Outdoor dining is a really key part to all of this. We want to have more people out. That's the ultimate security in a downtown, and if you can imagine you know, outdoor dining on every one of these blocks with people sitting outside, that's what makes people feel more secure and more safe and have a better time. It's also additional revenue for the restaurant that they don't have to pay more rent for. So it allows our restaurants to have more revenue without increasing their expenses, which if you're in business, you always like more revenue without increasing your expenses. It becomes an attraction when people see people sitting outside. And it also is going to encourage more nighttime foot traffic, which is our really big goal with the Fulton Entertainment District. Switching from a daytime lunch type office crowd customer to an evening people out here to have fun with their friends and family and neighbors and enjoy their downtown in the evening. So keep an eye on this project, and we'll see if we can get it open by the 21st. But that's what we're pushing for. All right. Did you win?
Carry on.